Friday. It's finally Friday. It's the end of the week. We're here for your weekly dose of 40k After Dark. We're going to hang out. We're going to chat nonsense. We're going to reminisce about hopefully really stupid fucking rules. That's the whole point in tonight's stream. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Normal shit, people. Please make sure you hit all those magical YouTube buttons for us. So smash that like button if you enjoy the content. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified every single time we go live or drop a new video. Or if you want to be notified, you can be a member and come and join us in the Great Hall Discord server. !member for any of you grey names who want to come and hang out in Discord with us. Or if you're watching on demand, you can check out the link in the video description below. Or you can get super lucky if you're watching us live and you can get gifted memberships by some of our beautiful, massive, throbbing, pulsing, leaking members already, like War Master Will and Zero Effect, who have already gifted one each. And I've captured it on my captured it on my tracker already. There it is. Look at that. Thank you, beautiful, beautiful people. We have a target, chat. We have a target of 100 members a night. They've put us on 2. They've got us started. So 98 more members, and then we'll do the stream. Oh, I'll wait for you. No, I'm obviously joking. It is obviously 40k After Dark. It is, therefore, time for us to sit here, chill out, drink something hopefully stronger than water or tea, enjoy the evening, enjoy each other's company, and just chat a bit of bollocks. If you are new to the channel and you want serious, dedicated 40k content, well, that's what Wednesdays, Tuesdays, and arguably Thursdays are for, where we do 2 games and we do a serious 40k stream on a Wednesday. Friday is my attempt at trying to change kind of the content slightly on the interwebs and to make it kind of a little bit more community focused, a little bit more aimed towards you guys. We will start probably talking about something 40k related kind of ish a bit, because that's why we're all here, right? And then what happens is by the end of the night, we'll all be chatting absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. We might not be talking about 40k at all. In fact, in the past, we've gone off on other tangents, such as things like airports. What was the other one we did? I got quite angry about it.
Oh gosh, there's just so many.
There's just so many. There's been a few. All right, there's been a few. Tonight, I will be drinking with you, beautiful people, and we have the usual, I think is what we now call it, don't we?
Yeah. Because
there's a constant and steady supply that cost me a fortune, this stuff, but it's totally worth it. We have the usual Vikings blood mead straight into my big Viking-y type cup, because that's what makes me manly. So I'm told. Is it true?
Yes.
There wasn't the most convincing yes I've ever seen. Keith Moore, thank you so much for the gifted, and thank you so much 95 Ginger Age for the 5 gifted. I will add those now to our total to put us on 355. Now, the other way you can support the channel, we talked about becoming a member, we talked about gifted member, is with big, colourful postcards. What are those, I hear you ask? That's my polite way of saying super chats, because I actually don't like the way super chats sound. Colourful postcards sound much better. So tonight's topic, to kick us off, to have a bit of a laugh, is my favourite ever 40k rule. I've got 3 in mind at the moment off the top of my head, which I'm going to go in order 3, 2, 1, okay? And then hopefully you guys will kind of get maybe sort of the idea as to what's going to happen with the show. If you want Amy to read out your super chat, it's minimum $10. That's US dollars. If you super chat 10 Canadian dollars, she doesn't like that money. She thinks that money's not real money, or its equivalent value is slightly less than 10 US dollars. So she won't read that one out, all right? Because someone messaged me the other day and went, "Oh, I keep super chatting $10 and doesn't read it out." And I checked and it's Canadian. She doesn't like Canadian money. I asked Amy. She says it's basically Monopoly money. Thank you, 40k Medic, for the gifted. Thank you, Davey, for the gifted. Your hero. Smarvin, thank you for the 2. When is the Liam and Joe show coming back? Not sure if it will at the moment. Joe's got a billion painting projects on at the moment, whilst we try and expand to try and keep 40k interesting and fun for 10th edition, because lots of things changed, i.e. what units are good, what units are bad, what units can go, what units. So I don't know.
I have offered my Dulux dipping painting skills.
This is not a lie either, by the way, chat.
It's like you want Joe to suffer. I've offered to help. I've even volunteered my favourite nail varnish.
This is still not a lie. This is genuine, by the way.
You just want Joe to suffer. That's what's happening.
Yeah. Anyway, we're up to 8 gifted memberships. So for the math savvy amongst you, that's 8% of the total. All right? It's hard maths. It's hard maths. 8% of the total. Okay. Right. So, favourite 40k rules in order. And one of them I'm not 100% sure exactly how it worked, but I remember loosely how it worked. Number 3. Coming in at number 3 for me, in my favourite ever 40k rules, is giving your opponent the D.
Right.
This was a 7th editionism, I think, if I remember rightly, and it was just one of the silliest rules I think I've ever seen in 40k, and it was kind of a bit shocking, right? Kind of a bit shocking. And the reason being is if you had a weapon that was strength D, so in the past, in the before times, because a lot of you I think joined in 8th and 9th edition, in the before times, weapons would only ever go up to strength 10, and some weapons that were designed to be more terrifying than strength 10 had the letter D as its strength. So you would literally give your opponent the D. And what that meant is you rolled a dice, and depending on what you rolled, depended on what happened to your opponent. A 1 did nothing. A 2 to a 5 did a number of glancing or penetrating hits. This is how it used to work against vehicle armor in the past. And my favourite was when you rolled that all-important 6 to wound on a D weapon, and you just removed the opponent's model from play. That was it. Just took it off the board. It was ridiculous. It was silly. It was crazy. I kind of loved it. That was my 3rd favourite weapon. My third favourite rule in 40k ever. By the way, I'm looking forward to silly stuff tonight, chat, because a lot of you will remember things from 2nd and 3rd edition that I don't remember. My 2nd favourite, again, I think this was 7th, it might have been 6th edition, was an Orc shock attack gun. That thing used to be wild, and if you rolled the wrong number, I can't remember which way it was, you'd teleport your big mech into your opponent's lines, right in an engagement range of the unit you were trying to shoot at. Adored that. Absolutely crazy, completely bonkers, loads of fun. And then my final and favourite 40k rule actually comes from last edition and wasn't something that Games Workshop wrote. Luce is looking so confused over there.
Is it a rule you've made up?
I didn't make up the rule.
Is it a rule that Joe's made up?
Joe didn't make up the rule.
It won't be Bron.
Chat made up the rule.
Oh, okay.
And it's the curse of the terrifying and destructive containers. When we thought our units were safe on the battlefield, chat used to charge containers across the table.
Of course.
It was... And every time we've ever had a guest come and play on a chat plays game and we say you're being attacked by a container, they look at us like we've just spat at them. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, the container's attacking you. That was my favourite. That's my favourite because it's just stupid. And it just shows that this game, you can just have fun if you want to. I love that. You can just have fun. You do what you want. Make up anything. Anything goes. It's great fun. Thank you, Easton, for the 5. That's because Canada is a bad country. Half of them speak French and the other half will let them. It's true. Dave, thank you for the gifted. 40k Medic, thank you for the gifted. Tyler, thank you for the gifted. You people are all incredible human beings, which means I now have to add another 3 to my total. And it means we're up to, Luce, 11 actually, strictly, gifted memberships, which, for the mathematically astute of you, means 11% of the way there.
Nice.
The OG Thud does count those. So, chat, come on, tell me, what is your favourite 40k rule ever? You can be a bit serious if you want to. I'd encourage you to find maybe favourite wasn't the right word. Maybe the craziest ever Warhammer 40k rule. Oh, I'm going to change the stream title right now.
Speaking of favourites, I'm chatting to someone in Discord and we're actually talking about favourite films.
Okay.
And I now can't decide between about 10 films which one's my favourite.
Okay.
What have you got a favourite film?
Yes.
Oh, it's not Lord of the Rings, is it?
Yes.
It's too long. It's you need to book annual leave to watch that film. It's so long.
Film, there's 3 of them.
I know.
But I classify it all as one film.
Which is why you have to book annual leave. I reckon an American baseball game is shorter than those 3 films.
No. Star Pilot, thank you for the 5 gifted. I was just about to come off my tracker page, and then you've made me update it again. That puts us... Oh, hang on, that's the wrong number. Oh, I can't reach my keyboard. I've pushed it too far away. That puts us on 16 gifted memberships, Luce.
So you're 16% of the way there.
Your maths is getting better.
It's good, isn't it?
Look at that.
Good,
Look at that. And Lehman Russ is officially the new Munch as well, by the way.
Dear. Oh no, he's grey.
He's grey and he's trying to get sniped. But he's the new Munch.
Oh.
He's the new Munch. No one can get him. You may have beat me to it with the shock attack gun. Besides that, Kareen's a great one. Thank you, Soups. Love you, Soups. My favourite is the 10 points for paint. It's the entire reason I actually started and began to love painting. Also means when you see painted models, but that's amazing. Don't forget the Hobbit. I don't mind the Hobbit. I don't mind the Hobbits, but they're not my favourites. But yeah, there we go. We've changed it. The craziest. Let's decide tonight as a community what is the craziest ever Warhammer 40k rule. There'll be some that I would have never heard of because I only restarted playing in like 5th edition. Like 4 editions.
That sounds like so long ago though, because 9th was 2 years. No,
3 years. 9th was 3 years. 8th was 3 years. 7th I think was longer than 3 years.
That's
7th was like I think 7th might have been like 4 years. So it's 10 years of already. That's before we get to 6th and 5th edition. When I was playing 5th edition, it might have even been when I was back in college. To be fair, it was a long time ago. A long time ago. Here's Horus. There's Horus. Everywhere's Horus. Thank you for the 5. 2nd edition virus grenade. AINEC. Terrifying. 3+. Model is removed from play. And the virus spreads to everything within D6 inches and repeat. Like Ebola in 40k. That virus grenade sounds amazing. Oh, we should. Do you know what we should do, chat? We should probably find the top 5 craziest 40k rules and introduce them into chat plays.
Yeah.
So they're actual old rules that used to exist, but we bring them back in.
I was just about to ask when you so you joined in 7th edition.
No. Oh god, no. I don't know when I joined. When I started playing with actual rules, I was using the 5th edition rulebook. But when we were playing as kids, we didn't have a rulebook. We just made shit up as we went along.
So the 1st edition where you used a rulebook was 5th.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Is there a rule that you remember from 5th? That you could still play?
Maybe. I think Factorum have the 5th edition rule books and stuff.
Do they change the rules, all the rules, every edition? Do they do something to all the rules in every edition? So there's not a single one.
You can't. Yeah, they need to make a difference. Absolutely. But so 5th edition existed for a while, if I remember rightly. 6th edition was a complete shmushmortion.
Okay.
That's the code word we use.
Shmushmortion.
It upsets. I think it upsets some Americans. It was a complete shmushmorshman, and it didn't last very long at all. I think they canned that rulebook after like 18 months or something. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't very long. And then 7th came out. 7th was them for a while, and then they brought out obviously 8th, 3 years, 9th, 3 years, 10th. So we could probably assume at the moment they're possibly on a 3-year cycle. But I also think I think 10th was early, so maybe 9th was supposed to be longer than 3 years, but I don't know.
Your Moorhammer started off on 8th?
7th.
7th. No, I think it was 8th.
No, I think it was 7th.
I remember there being like, you were a kid at Christmas, 9th is coming, so you were definitely talking about 8th.
Yeah, no, we did do a lot. So when I started filming with VisiCast with John, it was 7th edition. And I started my channel when I was still filming with John, and I wasn't going to do battle reports originally because I was filming with John, so it was definitely 7th edition to start with. I don't know if our first battle report was 7th or 8th, but 8th happened soon after I launched the channel.
So you were filming with John
in 7th edition in 2016, I think.
Oh my god.
She's literally just put her head in her hands. Yeah.
That's so long ago.
I was filming with John when we moved down here. And we moved down here, I think, in 2015, originally. It was 15 or 16. I think it was 15. I left the army in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
I left the army, fucking hell, 9 years ago.
I know. Oh, my God.
I've nearly been out the army for as long as I was in the army.
James is my benchmark. If someone goes, oh, it happened in 2016, I'm like, right, I had a 3-year-old. That's all I know. I had a 3-year-old then.
my favourite ever lore channels in the chat. Everyone say hello to Luton. For example, 2nd edition lasted 5 years. 3rd edition lasted 6 years. Oh.
Lash of submission psychic power from 5th, I think. You could move up her models 2d6 in any direction. So you'd group them together, then smack them with 3 Vindy pipe plates.
That sounds amazing. Oh, I love it. It's cool. Thank you, Rambo, for the 10. Chris, thank you for the 2. Space Marine Skyhammer formation. That was silly. That was that was crazy. That was crazy. That was actually quite mad. Best rule I have ever seen was a requirement for Joe to physically and verbally cast psychic powers. Oh my god. Yes, and I don't think I've ever laughed so hard at that particular stream.
I remember that one.
Oh my, I think that's one of the first and only times I finished operating the deck actually in pain from laughing so much. It was just beautiful. It is such a great
the one
job.
when he was throwing dice and going something like Alakazam?
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that?
And maybe isn't it? No, that was one of his psychic spells that he cast. We learned a lot about Joe that night. We learned a lot about Joe that night.
I feel like we learn a lot about Joe any night.
I mean, we learn a lot about Joe just by being sat opposite the table to him.
Yeah.
Just watch him eat a meal, you'll learn a lot about Joe. Genuine story. In second edition, you wasn't allowed to pre-measure things. I remember that. I think it was like mortars and basilisks and stuff. You couldn't pre-measure the range, and what you had to do. I love this, Lise. This is why I used to love 40k. This is why I hate this kind of like sterile, it just happens because it happens thing. In the old edition of 40k, you used to have guess range weapons. Guess range weapons.
Or guess.
No, guess. So the first one. So you'd have like, I think like a basilisk, which was an artillery gun. Its range was 24 to 240 inches, right? And what you would do, you weren't allowed to measure. So you couldn't go, how far is my tank away from your group of infantry? You couldn't use a tape measure. You weren't allowed to pre-measure. So if you had a weapon with a range, like if you had like, I don't know, a las cannon, which had 48-inch range, you go, my tank is going to shoot at your infantry. Then you'd measure and go, I'm in range, so I can shoot. Or you'd measure and you go, oh, I'm out of range. Tank can't do anything then. You've tried to shoot, they were too far away. Fucking loved that. Then you had guess range weapons, which was the best thing ever, because they'd have big templates there, which is what the explosion was. And you get your template and you go, I think you're about 37 inches away. And then you'd measure 37 inches out, and then you'd put the template there, and that's where it was landing. And then you'd roll a dice to see if it's scattered somewhere. So you had to get really good at working out how far away the unit was from you. I loved it. I love that rule. Because if you got it wrong, you just missed. Your artillery just went and hit the dirt somewhere. It was incredible. Oh, I love that. I miss that so much. You still can't measure first in Titanicus, Liam. You have to declare, then measure. One of the amazing things about Titanicus. I might get into some Titanicus, Luton, because I love the idea of it. Basically, amazing lore-based gameplay that was awesome. Second edition in general was just full of stupid rules. Conversion fields blinding people after passing saves. Displacer fields moving models. Quad gun with the random template. Ugh. I loved guess ranges. It was one of my favourite things. I got really good at it.
Why did they take it away?
I mean, some of it kind of relates to the question that you asked. In between every edition, they kind of have to be seen to make a change. Something's got to change to make it a new edition that's different. One of the biggest reasons I think why they started to remove some of these stuff, and this is not going to be me falling down the rabbit hole of ranting about this, but it's because they've decided to cater more towards competitive play. So, I don't have something representative of a template on me. I don't have
Are you joking? In this whole room?
No, they're all in the studio because they're gaming aids, and we don't game in this room, do we? Hang on, I've got some tape.
Okay.
So if this was your template here, right? What you would do is you would place your template above where you would want to fire it with your guess range weapon. You'd guess the range, you'd measure, and then what you would do once you place your template there is you roll 2 dice, a scatter dice, okay? And a scatter dice has an arrow on it, on all the different sides of a different size arrow on. And you roll your 2 dice in your scatter template, and whatever way that arrow pointed, you'd move it that number of inches equivalent to the 2 dice that you rolled. So if you rolled a 2 and a 3, you'd move it, and you rolled an arrow that way, you'd move it that way 5 inches, and that would be the final landing place of that template. Now this is really to try and like show off how artillery works, because artillery is guess. Even nowadays, it's guess,
Okay.
right? It's how to show off the randomness of basically go boom there roughly, and go, woo, and then it goes right. That's what it's for. But the thing is, what you can't do with this template is you can't put it underneath all the models, because you'd have to move all the models out of the way.
Yeah.
You can't do that. So you'd have to hover it. And what you do is you get hover hand. You've all had hover hand, right? And you're like this. You're never strictly keeping it still because you've got hover hand, big fucking template in your hand. And then what you've got to do is you've got to look over the template Right? And the rules were, if the template partially covered any model, they got hit by the template.
Okay.
Right? And there was slightly different rules as well, depending on how much of the template hit a model. So if the hole in the middle of the template was over a tank, it got a penetrating hit. But if the hole wasn't over the tank, it just got a glancing hit because it's been hit by the blast rather than hit by the actual shell itself. So narrative.
It was called a glancing hit.
So a glancing hit is where the shell basically hits the dirt next to the tank, and the explosion and shrapnel hits the side of the tank, so it just glances the side of the tank. So it's a glancing hit, right?
That is the first time ever I've heard the word glance used that way.
But if the shell in the middle hit the tank, poof, like the actual shell hit it, it's a direct hit, it's a penetrating hit, right? So you'd have to look over this template there, and you go, okay. So the first argument that happens, right, is I have it here. I think the arrow's going that way, so I move it there, and my opponent goes, no, it's more that way. Well, that way. No, it's more that way. And before you know it, you've forgotten where the original point was,
and you're halfway across the board.
It's somewhere else across the table now, right? Eventually, you might settle on where that fucking template was supposed to land. At which point you go, look over it. Yeah, I think it's covering 6, and you'll go, it's covering 4. Well, I think it's
okay.
And so they removed it because of these little niggles and arguments.
Right.
I ran a 15-mission crusade during 9th. The last mission was a 3,000-point game with objectives that randomly teleported the unit to a random table. It was wild.
Drop Dead Dave, that sounds amazing. Thank you for the 10, man. You're a hero. Also, in the meantime, thank you so much, Star Pilot 94. I do more, but I spent almost $700 on PC stuff. Then absolutely don't do more, you crazy bastard. Thank you for gifting the 5 earlier. You're a hero. Chris, thank you for the 2. Space Marine Skyhammer formation. That was silly. It was indeed. I think I already got that one though. And William Wills, thank you for the 5. Maybe isn't a no. It's probably the reason GW dropped the psychic phase in 10th edition. Probably is. So yeah. So I think that those variables that existed, both A, made the game more fun and immersive and narrative, but B is the reason why GW took it out, because tournaments meant people would argue over that stuff.
Oh yeah, you can't.
Because you've all got template hand, like that, and then like perspective, the way you look through the template can affect what you can see underneath the template.
Right.
Like it's
That's a shame because that sounded a little bit fun, like kind of ridiculous
fun. 100% fun.
Yeah.
Much preferred those rules.
That's a shame.
I'm a person. A lot of you are going to disagree with me now, chat. A lot of you are disagreeing with me. I'm aware of this. Hopefully, it will stir you all up, and you'll all get a bit angry at me, because then people start sending in more postcards. But I'm a person who liked armor facings on tanks. I liked firing arcs on tanks. I liked blast templates. I liked flamer templates. I liked scatter dice. I liked no pre-measure. I liked random like guess weapons. I liked all of that shit. A lot of stuff that most people have said is bad. So tanks used to have facings loose, right? So this is my tank.
Yeah.
You'd have to draw a line from that corner, an imaginary line from that corner to that corner, and an imaginary line from that corner to that corner. So you'd have like an X going across your tank, okay? And if this triangle is your front arc, and this triangle is your side arc, and this triangle is your rear arc, and that triangle is your other side arc. Make sense?
Right, yeah.
Cool. So I'm driving my tank around. That's the noise a tank makes, by the way. And I stop here. Now, what they used to have, because this is how real life works, is the tank would have stronger armor on the front, slightly weaker armor down the sides, and the weakest armor in the rear.
Is that true for real?
So that's how tanks work.
Okay.
Because when you're driving a tank at your enemy, you want to be driving it at your enemy.
Yeah, but now everybody knows you just smash a tank in the arse and then it's done. Now
I heard it here first.
That. Why not just completely armour the whole tank?
So I drive my tank around and I park it up here, and the reason why I park it up here is because firing arcs happen. So if I've got a Vindicator, for example, which has a fixed front weapon, like that, if I'm over here like this, my firing arc is my front triangle. I can't fire over here. So I have to turn my tank to be able to fire the gun. Yeah. Makes sense. It's a fixed weapon. Currently, we're in an edition where, if this is a Vindicator, and it's got a front thing shooting out here, you lot can't see this, can you? It's got a front thing shooting out here. Currently, we're in an edition where I can hide behind this mug, my back wheel is hanging out, and I can still shoot you over there, despite the fact that I'm facing this way.
No, I would definitely... I would be the gamer that's like, no, don't agree with that.
So you drive your tank around, you'd pivot, right? And once you pivoted to fire your tank, it's then your opponent's turn. Once you've fired your tank, you can't pivot again. You're there. So your opponent then goes, I can get in his back passage. So he drives around the back and goes, I'm going to fire at your rear armour, and your tank's more vulnerable. It's so much more tactical.
Yeah.
So much more tactical. I love that. And that's all gone. And now
10th is sounding really shit. I don't even play and it sounds shit.
Now you just hang your arse out. Well, this isn't 10th. This changed after 7th edition. It's been this way for 8th, 9th, and now 10th edition. No templates, no flamer templates, no firing arcs, no rear front side armor. It's all gone. All gone since 7th.
What's 11th going to look like then if they're stripping the fun stuff away each time?
I mean, the way it's going with 11th is you're basically playing 40k rock, paper, scissors. So I tell you what army I've got, you tell me what army you've got, we decide who wins.
So you don't even need to play?
No need to roll a dice.
I like that one. Let's do 11th now.
I mean, game stream nights be really quick.
Bring it in.
Okay, it's Liam versus Joe.
Needed.
Liam, what army have you bought? Eldar. Joe, what army have you bought? Guard. Good win, Liam. Thanks for the show.
Yeah. Bye, Joe.
Zena, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships, you absolute fucking hero. 26 memberships so far tonight, which means we are...
Sorry, I was stretching. What did you say?
We've got 26 gifted memberships.
Oh, we're 26% of the
Your
way
maths
there.
is on fire. I thought you were just trying to do the maths in your head loose.
No. No, you couldn't smell the burning.
No,
so.
quite. Thank you, Zena, you legend. I love you dearly, you hero. The auntie of the channel. Although apparently Tyler doesn't like to be the creepy uncle.
We should really draw this family tree because people got quite confused last night.
We do need to draw a family tree. We should do that on next Friday's stream.
Okay, we'll draw the family tree.
And we'll allow people on stream to buy into the family tree.
I'm drawing it now because next Friday I'll forget.
No.
I want the glory days of an assault cannon doing D10 damage, and armor penetration of D6 plus D10 plus 8.
Oh my god. Oh yes, Sir Galahad. I miss the old days.
Right.
I actually, honestly, if I thought I could get away with it, if I thought I would keep as many people watching the streams, and if I thought I would keep the revenue where it is, because we are trying to get hold of a studio. Stressful day the last 2 days, chat. Trying to find a studio is a fucking nightmare, by the way. Anyway, to keep the revenue up so we can get hold of the studio, if I thought I could get away with it, I would probably just play 7th nowadays.
7th sounds like so much fun.
I'd just bring back scatter dice, I'd bring back templates, I'm like, right, we're playing 7th, we're all playing 7th, fuck it.
I'd want to learn 7th. It sounds so varied.
7th is a lot more complicated.
Really?
Yeah, 100% it is. Absolutely is. It had universal special rules, right, which is a thing they brought back in 10th edition, and the universal special rules in 10th edition probably fills 3 or 4 pages maximum of rules, where if a unit has a rule on it, like says feel no pain, you go and look at the universal special rules, it tells you what feel no pain means. So you go to one place, here's all my keywords, cool. 7th had like 14 pages of universal special rules. It was quite complicated. It was quite complicated, but oh my god, I miss that edition so much. It's an unpopular choice, but I miss that edition so much. And Keith says it's called Horus Heresy. It's why I want to, I've got an Age of Darkness box back here. I want to build and play Heresy because Heresy is basically 7th edition. Heresy came out, Heresy version 2, and the reason, Luce, why I was so excited about Heresy is they brought all that stuff back. And I'm like, I want to play that. But the problem with Heresy is it's Space Marines versus Space Marines. Yes, Tim, that's right. I'm sorry, I called it wrong. Horsey Heresy. The problem is, right, is that Heresy is, in terms of content, again, right? We do the channel because it's fun and I love it and it's a passion. And we cover 40k because I love 40k and it's a passion. But ultimately, it's still a business and we have wages to pay, bills to pay, food to put on tables. Exclamation mark chat is a joke, but there is a degree of seriousness in it as well. Because I have no other job. I just do Warhammer for a living. All I do is Warhammer for a living, okay? Now, I could go, fuck 10th edition, it's shit, and I'm just going to do, in my opinion, and a lot of people think we're wrong, a lot of people say they love it, which is great. I'm really glad there are plenty of people out there enjoying themselves. Genuinely happy about that. We could go, screw 10th edition, we're not doing 10th edition 1 because we don't like it, we're just going to do Heresy. But what we do then is we probably kill half the viewership at least of our channel. Because half of you are here because it's me and Joe and Brom and Chris and Paddy and Luce and not Eddie. And the other half of you are here because it's 10th edition, it's 40k, and it's the latest version of 40k. So I'm not against adding other things. I have been building ghosts. And I say ghosts, I mean Nighthaunt. And Joe's been building vampires. And I have a test Heresy, test Sons of Horror scheme up there because I want to do Horus Heresy. So the problem is I've got a million things I want to do, and I've got me and Joe, and that's it. And I don't have the space. Like, we can't. I'm worried about adding 4 armies to the channel because we don't have the space to put them anywhere. So we're at this weird point now where Joe's got a million projects on, and Joe's having to hot army. Right? It's like hot desking. He's having to hot army. So when he brings an army here to play, he takes another one home with him in his car because we don't have the space for more armies, which is why I'm now out hunting for studio space. And that is a fucking nightmare. Heresy greater than 40k, fight me. I probably would disagree with you the 9th. I probably agree with you now. Viridian. Warmaster Will, Alex, and Star Pilot, thank you each of you for the 5. Alex says, off topic, do you need a Durthu for your Sylvaneth? I've got one on eBay, but I'm happy to delist it and send him to the PO box for review. Oh, that's very kind of you. What is it? Let me find out what it is, and I'll tell you if I need one. That's very kind of you, though, mate. What a hero. You're going to put the kids to bed. Try not to beat them too hard. We're alive. Where are we? Where is the Sylvaneth? A dirty.
You've missed Lutin's offer of a game. That's something we'd all like to see. Gold content.
I won't miss it. Hang on. Where's Dirty? The spirit of the big tree man. I will 100% take him off your hands if you don't want him, Alex. I'm happy to cover the cost. Thank you so much. Lutin, did I miss an offer of a game from Lutin? I'm here for the loose fact we were cheated out of previously. You'll have to wait till the end of the stream, Lutin. You have to sit here all night and talk to us. Terminators with 3+. I need to do some Titanicus. That has a direction for your the direction you target Titan's front side of rear has impact. I've seen all these chats. I didn't see him off for a game. I think you got me excited there. And you've just ruined my night. I'm joking, though. I'm joking, Hugh. Thank you so much. Yes, but 2nd edition, so no one would be interested. I would be 100% up for doing a game of 2nd edition, Lutin, if you want to do it. Although, Lutin, all my games are on stream, so would you be okay with that? I mean, I've seen your face on Twitch, so, you know, it's not a secret anymore. I'd love to play a game of 2nd edition. I'd love to play through the editions on stream over the course of a number of months. That'd be cool. I think that'd be really cool.
13 minutes in the past. But if Doom Rider's shenanigans and Red Terror eating dreadnoughts certainly get my votes.
Red Terror eating dreadnoughts is amazing. Yes. Yes. Okay. I have a well-worn set of the templates and markers for 2nd ed and all the dice, Liam. We could do a game of it for fun. Okay, for fun or for content before I put a vote up. Because I'm up for both of them. Wait till the store opens and it can be a store opening event. Oh, I like that idea. Let's do that then. Will, thank you for the 5. You're here. I played Matthew at the Factorum GT. He was rolling your dice poorly. So just for the lols, we swapped dice. Didn't help. I love 8. Disgusting resilience. Disgustingly resilient was fucking hard work. It's always been hard work. Although, at least it was better back then than it is now. Right? Starpoint, thank you for the 5. $5 for the Horus Heresy Game Fund. Heresy Fund. What a legend. Josh and Hugh, thank you so much for the 10. You people are incredible. Only 26 gifted members, though. 26% of the way through. That means we need 74 more. Looking at you, chat. That'd be cool. 40k through the ages. I'd love to do it. I think it's really hard, though, because we would need to get the rule books plus the codexes required for both. And probably be able to use the models we've got mostly. There's ways we can make it work, I reckon. Probably. Where are we? Morty Hammer, thank you for the 5 gifted. What a fucking legend. Just as I mentioned it as well. Thank you so much, man. What a hero. And ads. Oh, hang on. Yes. Updated. Yes, Gaddy. That's on 31, which means we are 31% of the way through the membership goal for tonight. 194 people watching. Just 98 likes. Has that moved? Or is it in the middle? Oh, it's still in the middle. Good, okay. I don't know why it's got a little weird box around it. I mean, you can't see the weird box. It's fine. Payday, but I got to save for the wife's birthday. So, tell her that for her birthday, you tried to get her a gifted membership on Liam's channel. You'd have to tolerate base sizes, but that'd be all. Yeah, I think I'd be okay with that. I think most people... I think if we kind of just made some slight tweaks, because we'd have to make what we have work for the old edition, like we're just going to use the current base sizes rather than what they were before, I don't think people would care too much. I don't think people would give a shit at all. I think people would be fine with that, right? There's 3D PDF scans of all the publications. Amazing. It's on. I have second and third edition rules and codexes, says James G. I foolishly have... I mean, part of this is because we are incredibly lucky that GW sent us all the new updated codexes, but that means that what I've done, because I have so many codexes, is I've got rid of most, if not all, of the old ones. I think I kept a couple of old ones, like a couple of old Eldar ones and stuff. Got an old Guard codex here. So I think on the whole, people have... some people have kind of kept their nostalgic, and I've got rid of them, and I'm kind of a little bit sad by it, to be fair. But it is what it is. It happened. I think Factorum have a load of the old stuff as well. There's probably a way I can get hold of the things we need to do some of the additions. But yeah, we could do some cool 40k 3 Ages stuff. I might do a bonus 7th edition game on chat plays. Oh, missing out on chat plays hurts so much. By the way, hurts so much. Makes me sad. Makes me want to cry. I mean, it doesn't hurt as much as having a whole week off sick. So I'm more cheerful than I was last month. Cities of Sigmar stuff looks something. I'm not about it. I don't love it, Schooner. I'm not lie to you. I don't love it. I saw the release today for Cities of Sigmar. No want or desire to do Cities of Sigmar. No interest at all. I'm not really bothered by it. Dreadnoughts could ride in rhinos in 2nd edition. Hell yes, shock Bjorn. That sounds amazing. I didn't ever play 2nd, and I've only ever heard bonkers things about it. And I kind of wish I'd played 2nd. What was the years of 2nd edition? What was the years of 2nd edition? I want to know. I have a few old codexes that should be able to find them, but you should be able to find them online.
Sustain fire dice. These were a blessing or curse. You could get up to 3 shots or jam. The old days of 40k was the Wild West, and you were lucky if you got a codex and errata. We called it 3rd edition.
Okay, we're going to do a poll. I've got an idea for a poll, chat, right? Because polls improve engagement as well, I'm told. Okay. Oh no, that's the wrong button. I need to do this button. Start poll. 40k was better before you can see this on my head as I'm typing in it. Before 8th times 8th and after. This is an interesting poll here. There we go. Let's see. 40k was better in the before 8 times, 8th and after times. I'm interested to see this. Hey Mixer, how are you? Vehicle upgrade cards, some great combos. 2nd edition was 1993 to 1998. Well, I mean, that's interesting because 1998 was when I started going to secondary school, which is probably why I didn't play 2nd edition, because I was 11. Zena, the auntie's here.
Oh, wait, no, so who is she, on whose side of the family is she the auntie? Is it Mandy or John?
Well, she can pick, so she can choose.
All right.
So are you Mandy's sister or John's sister, Zena? Because Auntie Zena, fucking hell, I'm gonna get with this Mead tonight. It's going down too well as well. I'm gonna warn you, Luce, right now. So by the end of the stream, I might have to have you help me with words.
Oh dear.
Auntie Zena has just come in and just dropped the big 50 on the channel as well. Fucking hero, I love you. You are amazing. You're all amazing, to be fair, but you're also very amazing. So that is 4, 3. Hang on, no, that's a lie. 4, 2, 9. Maths, yo. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? Zena, thank you so much. You absolute hero. Very, 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 very much appreciated. Did you get Liam in the Rust, though? No, not yet. Lehman Russ has become the new. Lehman Russ has become the new Munch because he's not getting sniped, the poor bastard.
Right, Zena is Mandy's sister.
Oh, that's so hard, Mandy. You've picked Mandy over John. I'm gonna text John in a minute.
All right, hang on.
John's in the only
So
things.
where does it go? I've done that they're together. They're mummy and daddy. How do I do a sister on a?
You go out from her name, didn't you?
I go out. No, because then it looks like John, Mandy, and Zena are siblings.
Ooh.
So how do
Well, just look at a family tree online, Lucy. I don't know.
Do you see the gaslighting that I get, chat? Do you see it?
There's got to be a way, isn't there? Dang it, I didn't get him. You didn't get him.
How do I draw a family tree? If this comes up with a fucking acorn tree with the word family on it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's literally come up with an acorn tree.
Oh. I don't know what to tell you. There is a way. There's a way of showing them married and a way of showing them.
Oh, hang on.
So,
I could
no, right.
print out a
Right.
pre-family tree
Right,
thing.
no. So, right, I've got a pen here. Where's my pen?
Okay.
So, married is like this.
They're on the same line when they're married.
Yeah. And then this is how this is riveting content for you guys. This is how you would do it. Because they're married, and that shows that they're siblings of the same parent. You
Hang
with me?
on then. So I need to cross out John.
You can't cross out John.
No, because he's going with a dash. So I go a dash, John
This
there.
is my little drawing of a family tree, chat.
And then Zena is above John now. Okay, right, fine. Got it.
Yeah, you good?
And then dash 40k medic. No.
Yeah. No, no, 40k. Whoa, wow. Well, so he's not in chat right now. So I don't know if he gets to choose. I mean, he's in chat because he gifted a membership earlier.
He can't choose whose sibling he is. He's married to Zena.
I mean, he's married to Zena in real life, but this is our family tree, Luce. Our family tree, Mandy and John aren't married. So what happens in real life? Like, we can't. This isn't legally binding because we're going to get people in trouble.
What? This isn't a legal document. Why am I wasting my time
We're
on
going to get people in
this
trouble if we. So 40k medic can either be the brother of one of them because he's an uncle, or he can, if he really wants to live this life, be married to Zena in make believe as well. And they're both in chat because he just said this. So I mean, balls in his court. Play this one carefully, Mr. the Medic. Play it carefully. Captain Mennering's like, I've not been paying attention. What the fuck is going on? We have a family tree. Basically.
Am I muted?
No, you're not muted. Why?
Oh, okay.
Basically, people who often get their big dicks out and slop them on the table and gift the 50s, anyone who consistently and regularly gifts 50s gets to come and join the family tree. It started off with Mr. the John McCardle and Mrs. the Mandy D. Right, so one of the quiz questions that we had at the Great Hall Gathering was who is the mummy and daddy of the channel, right? So John was obviously the mummy, and Mandy was wrong way round. John was obviously the daddy, Mandy was the mummy, and then Mr. 40k Medic and Mrs. Zena come in and keep dropping 50 all the time as well. So they've become the auntie and uncle.
So he's just said married to Zena.
You fucking cop out. This is make believe.
No, what's happening there is he knows where his bread is buttered.
This is make believe.
That's what's happening.
Medic, you could have had anyone you wanted. Anyone. Anyone in chat. You could have had Soups. You could have had Lehman Russ.
Right, so we've got Mandy and Zena are siblings,
Yes.
and their spouses are John and 40k Medic. We have no idea who the parents of Mandy and Zena are.
Oh, okay.
We have no idea. And somehow Schooner fits in as the weird uncle.
No, not Schooner. Tyler's a weird uncle.
Oh,
And Tony Winnick's in chat as well, and he often gifts 50.
okay.
So we've got to add Tony and Tyler in there as well.
It's a bit like when you win the lottery. All the family come out the woodwork.
Yeah.
All of them come out.
They all want to be family members now. Even Drop Dead Dave comes in and gifts 5. Not enough, Drop Dead Dave. I'm sorry. It's not going to get you in the family. But thank you so much for the gifted 5 you hero. I love you.
Drop Dead Dave could be like a second cousin.
No. We can't just give it out for anyone who gifts memberships, Luz. That's not how it works.
All the salutes we give out, that should be...
Exactly. They get salutes. That's enough. All right? It's plenty. Right, okay. So we've got to get Tony and Tyler in, all right? So Tyler, he doth protest too much about being a creepy cousin.
Okay,
Or is he a creepy uncle?
Okay, so if you're a cousin, that means you're a child of one of the original siblings.
Yes.
So, who are you the child of, then?
We don't have an original sibling, do we? Because we haven't got a parent for John and Mandy.
Well, who's going to be the parents? Because we need to start it off properly. Come on now.
Well, maybe
we're going to do it properly.
I don't know. This is too hard.
I now realise why Ancestry has taken off so well, because we're only 4 people in and already we need help.
Yeah, already I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
The actual game is better in a lot of ways, and their general willingness to engage in the community. Lore in game universe has absolutely gone to the dogs. Legends intense, mis-selling is wank. Yeah, 100% Tom, thank you. Schooner, thank you for the gifted 5. Not enough, mate. 50s, I'm sorry. I'm very grateful, by the way, Schooner. Thank you so much. You're a hero, but it's 50s, isn't it? Just saying. Okay, right, cool. Okay. So, where are we going to fit in Tony and where are we going to fit in Tyler? Just not creepy uncle, he says. I'll be the cool uncle, just not creepy uncle.
See, it's the creepy uncles that say they're not the creepy uncles.
Well, if he's the cool uncle...
You can't say you're the cool uncle.
If he's an uncle that he thinks is cool and everyone else thinks is creepy, right, then he's going to have to be an uncle on the other side. So he's going to have to be John's brother.
Right, okay.
Okay, so Tyler's John's brother.
I should have done this landscape ways. This
Okay.
is not a portrait family tree.
Liam Russ says, whoever gifts me will get a beautiful cookie from Liam. Brilliant. Thanks for giving me that commitment there.
Who is John's brother?
Tyler Troutman.
Tyler. Okay.
Yeah. And Tony Winnick has said, now I want to be the red-headed stepchild. Right, you're going to have to Google how you show stepchild, because I don't know how you do that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think...
Well, this has taken a different turn, isn't it? This isn't what we started talking about. This is why the After Dark streams have a lot less people watching live, because it's absolute fucking nonsense. Nonsense, isn't it? I don't remember everyone who gives big 50s. That's the problem. How do you work Ginger Stepchild in there?
I think so. So when they have kids, I think you go to the side if there's a stepchild.
You just put them in the corner.
Tyler's in the corner. I should have done it landscape.
What we're going to do, right, is we're
foolishly
going to
did it
draw
portrait.
this on something like Microsoft Visio, so it's an
Okay.
official family tree, and it's going to become the channel's new banner on YouTube. So instead of just putting up all the stream times, we're just going to have these random names in a fucking weird family tree.
Shall we have a stream flag? I feel like we should have a flag.
Well, everyone else has got fucking flags nowadays, isn't they?
We should have a flag.
We need to make so that we can do our own version of Fun with Flags.
Yeah.
We're starting to sound like a Jerry Springer family episode. Exactly. That's why we're all close and friends and family. We all love each other, Mr. the 40k Medic.
Soup says, wait, After Dark gets less people?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
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 Typically, it's the lowest watched one.
Okay, right. I got very excited, Soups, because when 10th launched, and just in the build up to 10th launching, we had 800 people, 900 people tuning on Wednesday shows.
Right, I made me really nervous.
And we also had, and what we were doing at the time was we were doing 40k, like actual proper serious 40k content on the Friday because there was so much coming out, and we had 500-600 people on a Friday. Now I get that a Friday evening for most people, they might go down to the pub, they might hang out with family, they're going to relax for the weekend. I get it. We do this for those of you that are tragic enough to sit and watch. No, I'm joking. For those of you that want to join us for the evening and have fun, this is how we wind down for a weekend. I'm literally smashing this bottle of mead down my face. So we kind of always expected to be less, right? Wednesday, comfortably over 300 all the way through. So we've kind of gone back down to what was our pre-10th launch numbers. I was kind of hoping with 10th edition that it would stay high, but it hasn't, because I don't know if it's because the news is out there now and there's no kind of new exciting news right now. I don't know if it's because people aren't loving 10th on the whole, or what it is, I'm not sure. Or maybe people just don't fucking like watching the streams. They watched it for the news. They're like, yeah, he's not that funny. Not going to watch him after all. I don't really care or mind, but they have definitely come down again. We're back down to kind of pre-10th launch numbers of sort of 300-400 on a Wednesday, and then kind of 150-200 on a Friday, which is what we were before, which is also unbelievable because some of our record revenue streams have been on Fridays from you people. So our smaller, more engaged audience, or family, it seems. So we'll put typically other people that basically keep the channel going. Like, there's without doubt, our core audience, you people watching on a 40k After Dark stream, are what keep the channel going more than anything else, because you guys are the most generous. I know that sounds a bit kind of cringy, but it's kind of true, right? Because if the Friday streams are your most monetized, then that's the one that keeps the lights on, essentially. But yeah, we've always had typically less on 40k After Dark streams. But what was interesting is, like I said, what's interesting is we stopped them for a while because I was like, they don't get huge numbers, so people don't really care. And then people really missed the show on a Friday night.
It made me really nervous when I looked in the corner and I saw 800 odd people watching. For some reason, I just felt like, oh God, now we can't be ourselves. This is going to be awful. It's a train crash waiting to happen.
I am more likely to just continue being myself with 800 people watching.
I wish I'd never looked.
Every single time, near enough, we come off stream, especially on an After Dark stream when I'm drinking as well. Every time we finish, for the first 45 minutes post-stream, it's just Luce going, we're going to get cancelled. Well, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said that. We're going to get cancelled. We're going to get cancelled. You can't say everyone's allowed a flag nowadays. You can't say those things. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I say, well, what? You get quite worried about it, don't you?
I do. I think I get slightly less worried now. You still drop a few clangers, and I go,
I don't drop any clangers.
Sake.
There's no clangers. You can't call it a clanger. You can't. I can't speak. You can't call it a clanger if it's just. A clanger is when you say something by mistake.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely intentionally offensive. That's absolutely what's going on.
Right. Categorically.
Yeah.
Fuck people that get offended.
I know. Oh, come on. We've done this conversation 1,000 times. We know your position on people with super sensitive feelings. We know it. We're doing a family tree today. We're not talking about your opinion on people with super sensitive feelings. We've done it. We're bored of it. Moving on.
Have you
family
got
tree.
Tony on the family tree?
So, right, who was it? Somebody cleared up the stepchild thing.
What you have
right.
to, you have to write Tony Winnick wherever you're going to put him, and then underneath Ginger.
No.
Who wants to be the ginger stepchild?
So Neil. So this is relevant then. Neil said stepchildren are attached to the parent whose tree you are following, with the other parent attached to the child. Stepchildren are attached to the parent whose tree you are following, with the other parent attached to the child.
I don't know what that means.
What?
Ask for an image. Ask for a visual representation. In the meantime, Paul Carey, thank you for the gifted membership. And Ill Tempers, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. 6 more, you bloody legends, puts us on 97. If you do some quick maths, Luce.
Right.
What's the percentage?
How many have we got, sorry?
This is how much she normally talks, like listens to me.
I'm reading.
97.
Oh, we're 97% of the way there. Ooh.
Drunkly and rant, maybe. I mean, it's going down well tonight, Tim. I'm not going to lie to you. I need to add 6 to my goal. Thank you, you beautiful human beings. You beautiful human beings. Someone put 50p in Luce. She's been drinking. She hasn't been drinking, actually. No. Luce drinks really rarely, which makes me feel bad. But surely Ginger Steve is a ginger stepchild. I mean, Ginger Steve probably deserves to be in the family tree somewhere. But he's like in a corner where no one wants him. Thank you, Ben, for the gifted. Why do you so many of you do this? Oh, he's updated it. I'll now gift. Fuckers. Dan, thank you for the 5. What's a family tree without a family member drinking, calling other people wimps? It's me. I'm that uncle. I couldn't agree more. People are too soft. People are too soft. What is the brand again? What brand? Drop Dead Dave, thank you for the gifted membership. Drop Dead Dave is going for it tonight. Thanks, man.
Star Pilot? Do you mean us? Like the brand us? Or what Liam's drinking?
No, stop it, Rambo. 6, 5,
4,
2,
3.
Fuck you. If it's Mead, Senna. Oh my god. If it's Mead, the brand is Vikings Blood Mead. This is by far my most favourite thing to drink ever nowadays. Fun fact, actually, right? This is true. This shit is because of you fuckers on a Friday night.
Yeah.
So this wasn't. We never used to call this 40k After Dark. That was when we kind of matured the name slightly. So the show was originally called Beer and Banter.
I think I miss it being beer and banter.
No.
Because it's catchy. It was wonderfully. Is it alliteration when the words
Beer and Banter?
sound
Yeah.
the same?
We can poll Beer and Banter versus 40k After Dark. But 40k After Dark, I mean, I don't even drink beer anymore.
Yeah. All right. So.
Mead and Mayhem, they want me to call it, but I didn't like that either.
No.
So it used to be called Beer and Banter because I would literally sit here and drink fucking basically Stella in a vest top because, you know, I like to pretend that I'm from fucking Texas. So I'm sitting drinking that. And then because of I am obsessed with all things Viking. I mean, I wear a Mjolnir for fuck's sake all the time, which is Thor's hammer, right? I'm obsessed with all things Viking. I've got a Viking sword there that Cornet Ed gave me because he's a legend. I'm obsessed with all things Viking. So chat suggested that I buy this. And they sent me a link in Discord, and it was fucking expensive, this bastard, as well. I mean, you could beat a man with it. So I bought this mug. And then they were like, you should try Mead. You should try Mead. It's basically alcohol and honey. And someone, I can't remember who it was. Was it? I think it was Christopher or Christian sent me. He ordered online for me. Christian, thank you.
Yeah.
Christian ordered Vikings Blood Mead for me online from the Lancashire Mead Company from America and got it delivered to the house. And he ordered 4 different meads. They were all lovely, and one of them that I opened was this one, Vikings Blood Mead. Which essentially is a dark fruit mead using pure concentrates which are added to the fermentation process. The fruit juices give it a smooth, deceptive, almost alcohol-free taste, despite its percentage. This flavour has become a firm favourite with regulars and non-mead lovers alike. Be careful of the wobbly leg syndrome. You have been warned. She's not wrong. So this is a company in England. So you can go to the Lancashire Mead Company, because I've seen you ask already, where do I get it from? You can go to the Lancashire Mead Company direct. They are normally out of stock. They sell out very, very fast. You can also buy it from Ravenforge, which is where I got that sword from. Where I got Narsil from was from Ravenforge. Okay, they're normally out of stock. So I Google Vikings Blood Mead, and the website that I come up with is a website that's called. It's almost Vikings Blood Mead. I get it from a company called Quaff. Kwooff. Not Queef, Quaff. Right? Quaff. And they're always in stock at Quaff. I knew you'd like that one. I get it from Quaff, okay? Rambo, thank you for the 5 gifted. Zena, thank you for the 20 gifted. You legend. Alan, thank you for the 5. 40k Medic for the 10. Alan for 10 more as well. You lot, what the fuck are you doing? We could beat Eddie's record. Liz, we could beat Eddie's record.
Oh my god.
We're 147 there. So we just need...
Let's do it.
Some more. 153 plus 17 is 50, 60, 170 more is all we need, chat. No, a lie. Alan's come in. 165 is all we need.
Go on, Alan.
Liam, why not play Horus Heresy? You might have answered this, but 7th was like, yeah, well, I think we're going to try. So I need to add 20, 30, 40, 50 more to the tracker. You fucking legends. Look at you lot go. Look at you lot go. Keeping us afloat, I told you. Lehman Russ still hasn't been gifted one either. I'm sorry, Lehman, it's not that funny. But you have become... I love it when someone becomes a munch. A munch. I love it when someone becomes a munch because no one can get him for ages. And I'm like, yes, everyone help Lehman. Everyone help Lehman get a membership. Please, everyone. It's not for me. It's for Lehman. That's what we do. Bingo, there it is. Mentioned Eddie's record in 58 minutes. Well, I didn't do it at the start because you're not playing the game, are you? The reason I don't like most mead is because it has the burn of alcohol, but it's so good. This stuff is fucking incredible. Neil, thank you for the gifted membership. You're a hero.
I'm still confused about your stepchild explanation.
We might need to call mum and dad for that. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, to be fair. 193 people in chat. If everyone gifts one, or does a Star Pilot and gives 5? Just 25 quid. You're not going to miss it. It's not like there's a cost of living crisis on or anything, is there?
No.
Nah,
fake news.
fuck
Fake
it.
news.
Cost of living crisis is something you worry about at the end of the month before you get paid.
In the news this morning, was it the Bank of England or mortgages price hiked for the 14th time?
Oh, good.
Interest rates.
Good old Bank of England.
And now
Fucking. I bet they'll get big bonuses as well. Wankers.
It's now 5.25%.
Star Pilot for the gifted 5. Alan for the gifted 10. Sister Marcy for the gifted 10. Oh my god. It's happening. Is it happening? Oh, it's probably not happening. It's happening. 50855. Oh my god. Maths is harder when you drink as well. At this rate, by the way, chat, you are going to watch me get firmly pissed. Drop dead Dave. Thank you for 10 more gifted. Oh my god, we could do it. We could actually beat Eddie's goal here. Poor old Alan and Drop Dead David trying very hard to become part of the family.
Who knew you had to buy your way in to be family?
Yeah, 100% you do. You don't just get access to this.
No, you don't get access to the trifle. You have to buy your way in.
Wow, I thought you were going to say tripod to start with. I'm glad you said trifle.
Why would...
Soups, thank you for the gifted.
I once knew a man who had a 3-legged dog called Tripod.
Wow, that's where we're going. Okay, good.
Yeah, I love that dog.
I don't
Such
like.
a cool name.
I don't like trifle.
I know. Bless my stepmom.
Cold custard.
I love cold custard. Custard donuts are one of the best.
I live in the US and work a shit job. It's better than spending it on more plastic crack. You're a legend. Thank you. Soups, thank you for the gift as well. You're a hero. I will add that one on in a minute. Ooh, close but no cigar. But I got Hansen. Mr. Michael Hansen got. Eddie says no chance. Does he? Where is he? Is he in the chat?
William Wills. I googled queef and Viking's blood. Do not look at the images. My eyes.
And this is what I warn everyone about. Like, I start these streams with the best intentions. We'll have an hour and a half of talking about crazy Warhammer 40k rules, and then we talk about Mead, queefs, and weird family trees.
Isn't a quaff like a hair curl, like a quaff? A quaff.
Isn't that a quiff?
No. There's a quaff and a quiff, and then a queef.
Is there a quaff and a quiff and a queef?
There's a quaff.
What the fuck?
There's a quaff, quiff, and a queef. A bit like there, and there.
It's just each one is a slightly different sound of cough.
Cough, quaff,
Quiff, queef.
queef.
Sorry, chat. This is what you've tuned in. The worst thing is, since we've been mentioning frequently queefs, the viewership numbers have gone up.
Oh, wow. We know your game.
Thank you so much, Captain Menerangs, for the gifted membership. Ben, you're a hero. I love you. Hope you and Laura are doing well. Dang, Skippy, thank you for the 5 gifted. You are also an amazing human being. I will add on those 7, including Soups' 1, to this right now because it means I can make it a nice round 535. Thank you so much, you beautiful humans. A third of the way to August's total. Oh my God, Rue.
Right, Rue's on the family tree. Who are you related to, Rue?
I mean...
You have successfully bought your way in.
Do they get on the family tree for the first 50?
It's 50 gifted.
I mean, it's amazing, and Rue's amazing, and we love Rue very, very dearly, and I like Rue quite a lot, actually, but...
So Rue's in.
But he didn't... It's
50.
Everybody else in that tree has gifted 50 more than twice.
It's 50 gifted. He's in.
I'll buy membership on Tuesday, says Lehman Russ. Can you not? Can you just hold off for now, mate? Or create another account that's called Lehman Russ in a white name and just don't turn off gifted memberships and keep going, someone get me.
So,
can you do that for me?
Rue, are you the brother?
It's only 50 loose.
He's in. It's 50 gifted.
But John gets like 50 a night.
That's because John's dad.
I'm joking, Rue. We love you dearly.
John's dad. Rue, who are you related to? 40k medic, Tyler, or... That's it. 40k medic or
it
Tyler.
It doesn't have to be that. You can be a son, a daughter, a mum, a dad, an uncle and auntie,
no,
a stepchild.
We already have a mum and a dad. We can't, because then it's a different family
Yeah, but we need someone to be the mum and dad of, Xena and Cop Out. I mean, 40k medic.
Okay, right, okay. We need parents for 40k medic, because Xena is the sibling of Mandy.
Whose parents are?
Who are they? Oh, maybe we've stumbled onto a terrible family secret.
Oh, no. There's got to be more than just...
Right, we need to get ITV's long lost family in here if we've stumbled onto a terrible family secret.
Shush, Liam, this helps beat Eddie. It does, mate. Right. Do you know how many we're off from Eddie now?
10.
Yeah, 72 away.
Oh my
73
God.
away. Sorry. No. 71 away because we had 2 right at the start of the stream. But actually, I need to take the photo of it for him. So we're actually okay. So we're actually 73 away. If I can get a good photo for Eddie to be like, "Ha, fuck you, we beat you again." 73 away from beating Eddie's membership total. How many gifted do I need to cancel to keep away from this family cul-de-sac? We're going for some Southern American vibes here, where your uncle is also your brother, and probably your cousin.
It makes Christmas really cheap then, though, if you only need to buy 1 gift because it's for 3 people.
Warmaster Will, thank you for the 2. Liking the plastic Krieg, this could be a problem. It's not a problem. The plastic Krieg are lovely. Lead into it. My 40k medic says, my cop out ensures I get laid. And then Zella says, facts, the man speaks the truth. Okay, so interestingly, at the moment, chat of the poll, we've got 150 votes on the poll right now. 40k was better in there. 48% say 8th and the after times, so 8th edition and after 8th edition.
Okay.
Which means that 52% say
Yeah.
the before times.
That's nearly half each.
Really interesting that it's a nearly
Yeah.
50-50 split, actually. Phew, thank you for the 5 gifteds. Last thing this family tree needs is investigating by the authorities.
It's fine. We just need to write it down and then just make cups of tea and explain it. That's all. It just needs an explanation.
Hugh, thank you for the 5 gifted. Alan, thank you for the 10 gifted. None of you can get Lehman Russ, okay? You can get him, but right at the end of the night is what I'm going for. Add 15 more to this. Means we're on 600 now for the month. You beautiful human beings, thank you so much. Jamie, hey, how you doing? Captain Miles, uncle is your brother and your mother if you want to be really weird. I mean, nowadays, Ben, that's possible, isn't it? Sounds like the family's from Norfolk. It's Umber in chat. He'll be upset about that. I remember the last time 50% of people were flat out wrong in a poll. Soups, how dare you? How dare you? I will forever. Oh my god! I will forever wear my. This is the problem.
Do you want me to read?
Live streaming when drinking and reading comments from chat becomes difficult after your most of the boss. This was pretty much.
I will read from Sir Galahad Grail Hunter. I will forever wear my rose-tinted glasses.
This bottle was nearly full at the start, by the way. Have we got an alarm clock tomorrow?
No.
Oh thank God. William Will says, how about quiche? Quiche.
No, that's just quiche. So,
Wait,
okay,
queef?
right, so cough,
Cough. Quaff.
quiff,
Queef.
queef,
Quiche.
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 I think quiche sounds too different.
Yeah. Yeah. You are not a channel from Alabama. You have teeth. Don't cook meth. How do you know? And you don't cheer for a college you couldn't get into.
Zenna says, yes, everyone sit down with a cup of tea and a splash of bourbon, and by the end of it, it will all make sense.
That sounds amazing.
That's it. That's you know, if ever you need to have an authority come in the house, you make a special cup of tea.
Yeah.
And it all makes sense in the end.
Yeah. 58, by the way, before we beat Eddie's record. Super chats dropped off a cliff. Gifted memberships, though. It's where it's at right now. Give me back my templates. I wish we had templates back. Smidsy, 100% wish we had templates back. The game was simpler in the before 8 times. Do you reckon, Zodiac? Which made it more fun. But Games Workshop has a lot of cool stuff like Harlequins and Gulliman and other Primarchs and many more that I love. So the thing is, when I talk about the before times versus the after times, I don't necessarily mean like model ranges and new unit releases and new characters, although I'm an anti-Primaris person in terms of the narrative behind it, at least. I don't think they needed to replace the whole range with something new. They could have just upscaled. But, you know, hey-ho. What we're talking about specifically is kind of the core rule set. When we talk about the before and the after times, I talk about the core rule set. Okay, and what I mean by that is the blast templates, the armor facings, the random guess ranges, the tank facings, etc. Oh, my God.
Tony, who are you related to?
He's the ginger stepchild. We've already got him in.
I can't. Whose stepchild is he?
Tony, whose stepchild are you?
Are you Mandy and John's or 40k Medics and Zennas?
Oh my God, we fucking obliterated Eddie's total now.
Yeah, Eddie.
The problem is we've obliterated it so hard it makes it hard to beat again. We needed to just get to 318 and stop. And then Eddie could have got to 319. And see how that works?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
As Lehman Russ got is the interesting thing. This is all I'm watching for now, is if Lehman Russ gets pinged by membership. So Tony's coming through. Thank you so much, Tony, for the 50. You absolute fucking ginger stepchild legend. Ramo Clock, thank you for the gifted. And 40k Medic, 40k Cop Out. Thank you so much for the... I'm joking. I love you too. Thank you so much for the 50. Has anybody got Mr. the Lehman Russ?
I can't see him yet.
Eddie who, says Jamie Ward. Legend Jamie. Jamie, is he the same Jamie I was talking to in the Play On chat? Is that you? Play On. I was watching Play On, Luce, because my boyfriend was there.
Yeah, Bridger.
It's bad that you know straight away.
Yeah.
I would run away with Bridger.
I know whose seat I'm keeping warm. I'm under no illusion.
I would run away with Bridger, 100%.
Ah, Carl, loose stream for the win. You stop it, Carl.
It is a loose stream. We'll call it the loose stream. We'll call it the loose stream. I have to add 101 to the 600.
Tony said, we'll see, is a long story because I'm a stepchild to both. I see.
Okay, we are 100% in Alabama. Lehman Russ has still not been gifted one. What's going on, Lehman? Yeah, they came to join you instead. Ha, bless you, mate. You're a hero. How's the game going over there? Should we raid them? We could raid them.
I've put him down as there on the family tree. So he's a child between...
So he's kind of weirdly related to all of them?
All of them, yeah.
Okay, it is a bit strange.
All of them.
Bridger had it under control. We could go and raid Play On, but I don't feel like they need our raid. They had 900 people watching.
I don't know how... If we were to consistently have those numbers on a Friday night, I think I'd get very nervous and I'd probably get really cagey. And not relax.
I'm kind of torn, right? For our game streams and Wednesday night content, if we hit 900 to 1,000 people regularly, I'd be very, very happy. I think that'd be great because the channel's obviously reaching a bigger audience, is doing better. But for the Friday streams, this is the weirdest thing for a streamer to say ever. Kind of don't want 900 people watching.
No,
I kind of like the more close-knit feel we have here.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, I wish I'd never looked when we did have 800 something. I should have put a
Liz gets nervous, especially if I get flowy. I kind of don't want 800, 900 people for 40k After Dark. I could do with like another 100. Like 300, 350, I'd be okay with that. What's the total new membership number? So, Eddie's record in a night was 317. Mm-hmm. That was the highest number of memberships we'd ever had in a single night. Currently, I'm just saying, chat, but there is 17 minutes left. Currently, we are at 361 new members on YouTube. So when I send Eddie the photo, it will show through, because I will be fucking sending him a photo. It will show 361, right? However, there was 2 that got gifted before the stream started. So YouTube doesn't show those on the little new members thing. You have to add them in yourself. So strictly, we're at 363. However, for Eddie's sake, we're at 361. Now, to really make him sweat, it'd be great to go over 400. I'm just throwing that out there. Lehman Russ is like, I have gifted on. But thank you so much, Brother Bridger 1. I'm sure he did. What's the drinking rules for the memberships? What do you mean, Jamie? I haven't really got drinking. We could do that one night.
Drinking rules for the memberships.
Yeah. So like, a drink of something every time someone gifts 10 would be a drinking.
No. No, I'm shutting that down now. That will only end badly. Nothing fun happens after 2. It should be shelved along with, no, we're not drinking. No.
You know I'll be fine.
No. I'm shutting that shit down now.
Thank you so much, Drop Dead Day, for another gifted. Man, you're a hero. Says we've got to try for that 369. Well, it's 362 now. 362. 500 is a nice round number. Not that I'm flush as dang Skippy. 500 would be a lovely round number that Eddie would never beat. But I don't think that Jamie was as you would be dead. I don't know. Spent 10 years in the army and in the rugby club. It'd be fine.
Yeah, that much mead, you'd be well preserved. You wouldn't be dead, you'd just be preserved.
The thing is,
All that sugar.
one of the things that Luce hates the most is I typically just don't really get hangovers.
I wouldn't say that's...
So just get up in the morning, have a fry up, off we go. the look of the stone. Thank you so much, John Boy, for another gifted. What a hero. We should just call it gifted membership-a-thon. Oh, if I send him the picture now, he'll get in chat and get Larry. Let's send him the picture now, chat. Ready? Whoop. Whoop. There we go. Let's do it right now for him. Just because I like winding Eddie up, basically. We'll tag him in the group chat as well.
And he pays out every time. Every time you wind him up, he pays out.
He does.
He's the best bank
He
ever.
eats the bait immediately, Eddie does. We're low on postcards, but we lack on postcards. We make up on incredible, massive, throbbing, pulsing members. Wait till you're older. I'd be dead after that. I drink a lot. Yeah, well, this is the thing. So, drinking for me, as a military man, as I'm sure any of you who are military will know, used to essentially be a cultural thing. Right? It was an every fucking night thing. Pretty much, it was horrendous. And I've had to kind of really pull it back because I'm actually a little bit terrified of what might happen one day when I get a full-blown hangover. And at one point, I mean, I'm 36, right? We're getting closer to 37. At one point, it's going to kick me in the arse. That's going to happen.
You're not 36, are you?
Wow.
I thought you were 35.
I'm 2 years older than you.
I know, I thought I was 33.
But you're not... But... Sorry, darling.
It doesn't sound right that you're 36.
You don't look a day over 21.
Aww.
What do you mean it doesn't sound right that I'm 36?
It doesn't sound right.
I'm 37 on Christmas Eve.
No, I don't like it.
It's simple maths. I was born in 1986.
Do you know what? I remember sitting in maths in like year 10 and I'd only just figured out that if you put the year you're currently in, take away the year you were born, it gets to your age. I was blown away. I tapped my friend Jason like, did you know this? Did you know
But that's
this?
not entirely true.
Why?
So it only really works for you
Why?
because you're born in January. So if you did that same sum...
Hang on, let me get my calculator out.
No. Listen to me. If you did that same sum on a day in January before your birthday, it doesn't work.
What?
Yeah.
No, you do the year. You don't do the day.
It doesn't
You do
matter.
the year.
It doesn't matter. Do you turn to your new age on the 1st of January?
No.
So it doesn't matter that you do the year. If you do the year after your birthday, if you do the
Still blows me away. I love it.
But if you fuck off, Luce, if you do that now, because you've already turned this year's age, it will work. But if you did the same sum, so on the 10th of January this year, you were 33. So do 2023 minus your birthday of 1989. What do you get?
34.
34. But if you did this on the 10th of January this year, how old would you have been?
Please don't, because I'm very tired.
But how old would you have been?
I've just done your birthday and it says 37.
Exactly.
Damn it! I was amazed for like years
Because
about
I'm
that.
born in fucking December.
Why can't you let me have these little slices of happiness? Why do you have to crush me like an ant? Honestly,
I'm not crushing you. It's maths.
You dim my light to make yours shine brighter. That's all that's going on
That's
over
fucking
here.
amazing, Luke.
Honestly.
The thing is,
Piss off.
because your birthday.
I was really happy and chuffed about that for years. Blew my mind, that did.
Because your birthday's January, it makes sense. It kind of works for you, but yeah, that's not how it works, babe. Scott Hawk, thank you for the gifted membership. John Boy, I think I grabbed you already. And Zena, thank you for the gifted 10. That was worth it. That was totally worth it. Neil says, you kids need to shut the fuck up. I'm about to be 54 and refuse to act it. Just take your birth year away from your year and it will tell you how old you're supposed to be. Thank you, Zena, for the gifted. Oh my God, Lise, honestly. Sometimes.
That was such a happy day for me in maths because I wasn't very good at school and I was like, oh my God.
Sometimes you make me the happiest man.
Yeah, simple things.
Well, Liam pissed all over that bonfire. When Luce was born, I was buying my first miniature, says Sminkster. We're actually young. I look haggard. I reckon I look 5 to 10 years older than I actually am. Haggard.
I think men sometimes do look older just because girls buy things like makeup and face creams and everything, so probably our whole face is a lie. The whole thing is a lie.
I mean, I've seen some of the women out there where their whole face is most definitely a lie.
But I don't know very many guys at all that wear makeup and do the whole face cream and like proper grooming and face wash and everything. So I think men, you say they look older. I wonder if men just actually look their age.
I think I just have had a rough paper round, quite honestly. Zodiac, thank you for the gifted. Yeah, I think I just had a rough paper round because I definitely, like, I was that annoying, like, young lad. I was the kid, right? We've all had this friend as well, right? This is I'm sorry, chat. If you're here for 40k talk, fuck off, because it's not happening now. I was that person when we were 14, 15. Yeah. I was that person that they send in with all the money to go and buy the beer.
Oh, because you looked. Yeah.
Because no one fucking stopped me.
That was never me.
That was always me.
I got ID'd for matches when I was 17. You have to be 14 to buy matches. I was like, right, so you think I'm 13?
I mean, to be honest with you, babe, why do you think I was attracted to you?
Yeah, well.
Zena says I'm 33. Ben says more like 30 plus. That's shocking. It's your beard. I think it might be. Liam, you look great. I look horrible and I'm over a decade younger as a star. I don't look great. Recently, my eyes look like I'm a smack addict because I'm so tired all the time.
Mine look really puffy this morning.
Zodiac, can't do many gifted, but I feel that the record should be pumped up. The record is currently at 375, chat. We're 25 away from hitting a 400 membership record, which is unbelievable. Super chats, we've not really got any. Mordy Hammer, thank you for the 2, pushing us just over the £100. That's it. I had to start being an adult at 36. I had to start being an adult quite quickly, actually. Well, I say that. I joined the army, and there is a degree of definitely not being an adult when you join the army, and then another times degree of having to be a very much an adult whilst being in the army. It's weird. But thank you so much for the gift, Zodiac. You're a hero. Thanks, I'm about to turn 42. My new co-worker recently said, "You'll retire in a couple of years, right?" Don't talk to me about haggard. Thank you. That's horrendous, mate. I'm sorry. Carl says, "Army always look 10 year older, feel 50 older, act younger." 100% true on all of that stuff. I look 10 years older. I feel 50 years older. I 100% act about 20 years younger. Women have makeup, men have beards. Lehman Russ is 29. Such a bab. 40k Medic is 34. I don't know why they describe too much makeup as being caked. You're supposed to like cake. Well, Master Will says I'm 40 in a few days. I look 20 though. He's not wrong. You're not fuck off. You're 40. How do I say Radi? Is that right? R-U-A-I. Can you write that for me phonetically? It's bad enough that I've been drinking anyway. I can't. Like, he says he's 28. I want to know how I pronounce. I like to learn how to pronounce people's names correctly. So in the future, when you pop up, I actually say it properly rather than murdering it every single time. Your kids used to get off my lawn. Your tears of pity are salting my grass. Going to get cancelled if you let loose or go on about grooming. I mean, watching Liam for a couple of years and it feels like a dozen. Thanks, Minkster. Fucking hell. Thanks, Minkster. So Galahad, being married makes us men look old. Mm-hmm. 40k Medic, I assumed you and Zena were babies. I mean, Tel's 58. 58 years young, Tel's what we like to say.
Star Pilot is going to be 22 in a month. Yeah, get out.
Fuck it. What? Stop watching the stream, go to the bathroom, and wash off that placenta.
We used to have someone in here who was 17.
Did we? The beard is a trick. I'll keep mine until 40, then shave it and become 30.
I wonder if the beard does make you look older.
Innocent Bystander says, I mean, it does. Innocent Bystander says, can't vote in the poll because I started playing at the beginning of 8th. Curious to see the results, though. In almost all cases, I like the 8th and beyond models. That it's interesting that 183 votes, which is almost the number of people watching right now, and it's still 50-50 neck and neck. That's really interesting. Alan, thank you for the gifted 10, you fucking hero. Puts us on 385. Oh, my God. Don't you worry, Luce.
Mm-hmm.
We can have the heating on this month.
We don't need it on.
No, but we can. That was always me.
It's not going on until December.
The one always buying the beer, but the fact that I had a mustache and was 6'4" probably helped. Yeah, I mean, my height, I'm what, 6'1", 6'2"-ish, something like that, 6'1". 6 foot. We'll call it around 6 foot. I feel like only people under 6 foot have to embellish their height up. Anybody who's 6 foot over just goes, yeah, about 6 foot. I don't really care. So I'm 6 foot, but I shot to this height at like 13, 14 years old. So much so that our medical profession around here told my mother, we might have to put him on some hormone replacement treatment to calm his growth down. And thankfully, my mother said, no, he's not freakishly tall. I just shot up so quickly.
Did you have growing pains?
Yeah, those. So I got to like 14, and I was about as tall as I am now. I hadn't bulked out. I was a fucking skinny runt. I was literally a bamboo cane, basically. And so my voice, my balls dropped early. My voice dropped quite early on. So I was deep voiced and tall, and walking into the shop like 15 years old, like, can I have some beer? Like that was me. That was my job. That's how I got friends. Number 4. Welcome to the channel as a Skull tier member. You absolute hero. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right. Where are we? Pronounced. Oh, I didn't. Has he like Rory with an extra ooh. Rory. Rory? That sounds right, doesn't it? Rory.
Where are we?
Just below Alan's 10 gifted. Rory. Is that right? Am I saying that right?
Rory.
Rory.
No, not Roo. Roo.
Rory.
Rory.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah? Rory. Alan, you're a legend. Thank you so much.
So sorry.
Only time I've been ID'd was for bleach when I was 23, and I'm fairly confident they thought I was buying it for the big sleep. All I dealt with.
Eddie, 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 Eddie,
She
Eddie,
got quieter.
Eddie, 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 Eddie.
Yeah, she got quieter than louder.
That super chat was almost as annoying as he is. I'm 2 foot and a faghead, says Jimmy. I'm 42, play 40k in Rogue Trader in 2nd edition. Don't think that early 40s is old, but my kids think I'm ancient. What? I can't remember exactly the wording that my eldest used recently, but he basically called us old, didn't he?
Yeah.
Geriatric, essentially. I was first carded for buying alcohol at 22. My wife was carded in her 30s. What's your secret, women?
What's that?
For looking young.
Eating your fruit and veg. And drinking plenty of water. And...
In which case, I'm more than happy looking old. Major Ringsting, thank you for the poo. You're a hero. We should scrap ages and simply state the edition you are. No, wait, I'm older than Rogue Trader.
That'd be good.
But I don't... it depends, because...
Anybody before 6th edition cannot buy this beer.
Rory says, I've had a lot worse than that. I can't... I'll settle on something soon. And whether it's right or not, that's what you're going to be called. All right? So, cool. I'm 34, have been that age for 7 years and plan to stay that age for many more years to come. I was 6 foot at 9. Growing pains are real. Only made it 6'4". Yeah. Yeah, I was 13 when I hit above 6 feet and had a mustache before my 14th birthday. Trust me, for a Mexican, that is exceedingly tall, so I tower over everyone. I thought Mexicans were typically slightly shorter.
Do you know what? I've never had growing pains, and I thought it was this weird excuse to get out of PE. I never had the growing pains. Whenever somebody said I've got them, I'd always think I just didn't get,
they can be pretty monumental at times. So my eldest, James, he's quite tall for his age. I ask him about it a lot because I think he kind of is following my trajectory for growing. So I think he'll suffer. I think he'll get growing pains.
Did you take paracetamol or something?
No, I just manned up.
Oh, you're so boring. If you had been offered paracetamol, would you have taken it?
No, probably not.
So what, did you do a hot water bottle then, or?
No, I just manned up. It's just pains.
It's not a trophy to man up though, babe.
But it's just growing pains.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty biblical at
pain
times.
is in the title.
Yeah. But the thing is, it would happen like middle of the night or halfway through the day. Like you're not always near paracetamol, or you can't always just go in and get a hot water bottle. It just happens. You just get pains. Sometimes it lasts for a couple of hours. Sometimes it lasts for a few days.
But if you were near paracetamol or a hot water bottle or something that,
if I got the same amount of pain now as an adult, I probably would have taken paracetamol. Yeah,
Right,
almost
okay,
definitely.
okay.
But back then,
Pulling
not at all.
teeth, chat, honestly.
It's not.
No. Yes, it is.
Shocking how many of us was born in 1983, 16. I was born in 1986. I was born on Christmas Eve of 1986. Practically Jesus. Neil, thank you for the gifted. We still haven't grabbed Mr. the Lehman Russ, but we are at 387 of the finest gifted memberships. You beautiful people. Boop. Boop, boop. What's the likes at? Likes at 158 with 193 people watching. We could do that too. Super chats are nothing at all.
Soup says the secret is, guys, IDing blatantly. He's put the word blatantly. Old enough women to try and flirt with them. I feel hurt that the word blatantly is in there.
Didn't you get chatted up by a guy in town on Wednesday?
Yeah. I feel hurt now.
Want to share that story?
Blatantly.
Mixer, thank you for the 5 gifted. You're a hero. Weren't you old enough to be his mum?
It's like he wants a divorce today, chat.
Well, didn't you
Just
say? I'm
honestly.
sure you said he was barely out of nappies.
Right, I'll be honest. The eye contact was a bit much for a £10 purchase in TK Maxx. And I wasn't looking my best because I was due to go to the allotment. So I thought, fuck it, I'm not going to even run a brush through my hair. But you know what? I needed that day. I was having a shit morning and I needed a nice 19-year-old boy to do some extra eye contact with me. It wasn't going anywhere, but sometimes at 34, you just need to know the 19-year-old is looking.
Yeah.
But it was a bit much. There was like 10 seconds too much eye contact.
Yeah.
It was for
But
a £10 purchase. It was a bit.
he got his phone number, so you know. Carl
he
says,
didn't.
fact, manning up kills more men than anything fucking else. Yeah, 100%. So, all joking aside, although the super chats are low tonight, normally you guys are pretty on it, which is incredible. What we do here, so we talk about manning up, a lot of it's in jest, right? What we do here is we give 10% of our super chat revenue to charity. Our charity for this year, I'm now officially an ambassador for, we did a stream with this a few months ago, is Models for Heroes, ! M4H in chat. ! M4H will get you access to the Models for Heroes website. Models for Heroes is a charitable organisation that essentially uses the tabletop hobby as a kind of therapy for both current and serving forces, as well as current and serving is the same thing. Current and ex forces, as well as emergency services as well. They do a lot of work. They do a lot of get-togethers. They do streams. They do community engagement events, and they'll get people together. They'll get people around a table, and what they'll do is they'll use model kits to kind of give them that thing to focus on. Okay. And so they'll sit there building their kit. And then people are kind of more inclined to open up and talk about some of their trauma, maybe some of their history. Or even if they're not comfortable talking about those things, they just talk and they be sociable. Some of these people have had such incredible amounts of stress that they can become borderline agoraphobic. And so the meetups will get them out of the house. They do incredible work. If you click !M or type !M4H and click the link, not only will it give you the link to the website, if you look on the website, there's ways you can donate money to them directly if you don't want to do it through super chats, because we only give 10%. So, you could give them the whole amount if you don't want to super chat on the channel. But also, you have a way on that website to donate your plastic shame, your piles of opportunity. Sorry, not shame, opportunity. So if you have any kits that you think you're never going to get to, you don't know what to do with them, you want to get rid of them, you're not sure what you're going to do with them, what you can do is you can donate them directly to Models for Heroes. They'll take those kits, they then use those kits in their therapy sessions. I say therapy sessions, they don't call them therapy sessions, they're hobby sessions, because what that also does is it encourages people to come and get involved and not necessarily think that they're going to go to therapy. I know some of you out there will have been to therapy in the past. I know some of you will have felt shame saying, I'm going to therapy. And you wouldn't want to tell anyone, and you wouldn't want to tell your friends and your family that you're going to therapy and getting help, which is not something you should ever be ashamed of, but I do get it. So don't call them therapy sessions, they call them model sessions, and people can go and hobby and chill out and talk, build relationships, get out of the house, and perhaps even open up about their experiences, their history, things that have got them to where they are today, right? So big shout out to Models for Heroes, our charity of choice for this year. As I said, I am officially an ambassador, announced on their website, an ambassador for the charity. So I'll be honest with you, people, probably going to be our charity of choice going forward in general because they're just such an incredible charity. But Carl made a good point, and I wanted to make sure that I touch on that. When I say man up, it's a jest thing. We don't actually suggest that people who are genuinely suffering actually man up, of course. And if you've watched the channel for any length of time, you will know for definite that we are incredibly pro mental health here. But what we do is we like to take action and take it seriously and do it properly rather than just use it as a promotional thing. So although I joke about manning up, this is something we take very, very seriously. And we won't put it all over our stream titles and thumbnails and all that kind of stuff because we don't need to. You guys are incredible supporting that charity, so thank you so much. And a big thank you to Zena, who gifted 5 after Minkster gifted 5. You legend. Lehman Russ still doesn't have a membership. Importantly, because we're about to go into loose fact, we are 3 away from 400. 3 away, Loose. No pressure, but please make sure this fact lasts, okay?
Okay.
Because otherwise, we don't give them a chance to give 3. Where's my effects?
A rainbow can be only seen in the morning or late afternoon. A rainbow occurs when the sun is 40 degrees or less above the horizon.
My gut tells me that's instant bullshit.
Yeah, I think I've seen a rainbow at tea time.
Do you mean dinner time? Don't you bring that northern shit in here.
Did you see that?
You mean dinner time?
An instant dart.
You mean dinner time, right?
Dinner time, yeah. I'm pretty sure I've seen one.
Did it say before or after? Is that what it said?
A rainbow can only be seen in the morning or late afternoon.
So I'd say dinner time's fine. That's late afternoon.
No, but then when's dinner time?
But I've definitely
when does
seen.
Afternoon stop?
I've definitely seen one at lunchtime.
I feel like this needs. I'm going to cross it out. It's not a fact. It's rubbish.
I think that's a loose fact rather than an
That's
actual
a loose fact, yeah.
What do you reckon, chat? Talk to us. Sounds BS, says Minkster. Carl of Hodgie, thank you for the gifted 1. Mordy Hammer, thank you for the gifted 1. Drop Dead Dave, thank you for the gifted 5. Alan, thank you for the gifted. Alan's basically worked his way into the family tree tonight. I'm pretty convinced. I'm pretty convinced Alan's dropped over 50 tonight.
We like Alan.
Yeah. We'll have to continue this family tree another time. So 10, 11, 12 plus 5 is 17. Oh my god. You mad people. 47 plus 3, 50. 47 plus 3, 50 plus 4, 54. 754. Right, you're beautiful humans. Thank you so much. That's over halfway through the monthly goal in the first week. Oh my god. So stop it, chat. It's enough now. We did it. I mean, we did it ages ago. Now we're just making a record we're never going to beat again. Sister Marcy, thank you for the gifted 5. You awesome people. You awesome people. Oh, hang on.
Oh, 40k medic. I've seen 3 at once midday.
Yeah, I think it's bollocks, Loose.
Yeah.
I think that's nice nonsense.
I would love to see a lunar bow.
A what?
A lunar bow. It's a rainbow that happens because the refraction is from the moonlight, not the sunlight. But you have to be incredibly rural because any city lights will obviously ruin the interaction between the water droplets and the moonlight.
Okay.
So we won't ever see one in this country.
Sir Galahad says this is worse than when Luce didn't give us a fact.
I did. I gave you 2 last time.
What I like is that Mr. the Lutin at the very start of the stream was like, I'm only here for the loose fact because we didn't get one last time. And he's gone. He's not here.
Bloody here.
Yeah. Breakfast, brunch, lunch, afternoon tea, evening dinner and supper. Jimmy, you're the man.
What about second breakfast?
All right, Hobbit. You're the man, Jimmy. That's exactly what I said. Because they were in the only Thanes. By the way, we still have no one who's upgraded to Thane tier member. How rude.
Thanks for the great content. Love that you do charity work. Hope everyone has a great weekend.
You're a hero. Thank you so much, Evan, on Super Chat. 10% that will be gifted. What was I saying? So I have promised that when one more person upgrades to Thane, no, maybe one's too few. But I've offered to put Joe in the Only Thanes group chat, which I think he really wants. But we haven't had an upgrade for a while. What?
Carl says in Canada you can see them and Northern Lights. So my dad went to somewhere in the UK that he saw the Northern Lights because of how they were positioned where we were in the year. So at some point in the UK you can see the Northern Lights.
Alan says he wants to be the family member, the rambling one who the rest don't talk to or talk about. What we're going to have to do, what we're actually going to have to do now, okay, at this point, is we're going to have to print the family tree out or draw it on one of the whiteboards. So when someone gifts, like Alan, I'm going to have to look at the whiteboard and go, cool, so he's the
son of...
He's the uncle that sits in the corner. Okay, who's that? Tyler. Cool, he's the cousin. Like, I'm going to have to do that now because it's getting complicated, right? It's getting complicated. Anyway, the reason why you wonderful people had a loose fact is because it's the end of the stream. We're already 10 minutes over, but you people have been unbelievable tonight. Absolutely unbelievable. Yes, and thank you for the 5. At altitude, e.g. in a plane, a rainbow is a circle, not an arch.
I did know that. The only reason it's an arch is because the horizon cuts it off.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. I only ever thought they were arches. I didn't know they became circles.
There's a picture somewhere on the internet of someone on a plane looking at a rainbow, and it's a circle.
Oh, really?
And it's just the horizon that turns it into an arch.
Did they find the leprechaun then, if it's a circle?
No, they were on there eternally. They're not come off.
Are you nudging the microphone cable?
Am I? Maybe.
Yes, because I can hear it on the headphones, which means chat can hear it.
Sorry,
and there we go. My ears. David Stromberg says, Liam. Hello, mate. Thanks. Can someone explain to me why Grey Knights Grandmasters can only use their 0 CP strategy once per game?
I was born in 1969 and joined the army in 1986, you red ass.
Thanks, mate. I was born in December of 1986, so you definitely joined the army before I was born. Ha! Anyway, you old bastard. Thanks, Stu. Anyway, for the super chat, you absolute hero. Right, total new memberships chat. Do you want to hear it? You want to know? Do you want to know this new record? We're going to end the poll first. It's interesting. It swung a little bit. So we did have 220 votes in the poll. It actually swung to 8th of the After Times being the preferred edition. But interestingly, there was a 5% swing in it only. So it was actually kind of 50-50. It's quite interesting, yeah. I honestly thought that the 8th and after would be a significantly higher percentage of people that preferred it to the before. I genuinely believed we'd have a 70-30% split to people preferring after 8th edition and after than before. I'm very, very surprised to basically see 50% preferring before 8th edition.
I didn't think it would be a half and half, there or thereabouts, but I did think it would be 8th and before.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. Oh, SM Bat Reports is here. What a legend. So, before I give you the total of gifted memberships tonight, Rory, there we go, I know it now. Gifted 5. Fucking hell, I got to add them on. Maths at this time of night. How dare you? Thank you so much for the gifted 5, man. You're an absolute hero. Which means, I don't like it when our total is not a multiple of 5, but our total tonight of gifted memberships, the photo that I can take to send to Eddie for the record for him to beat, is 424. The actual total, however, because 2 were gifted before the stream started, so they don't appear on the little tracker that YouTube gives me, the total is 426 new members tonight. Of which...
That's amazing.
1... You're touching your cable again. 1 chose to be a member. 425 were gifted.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
Liam, I'm sorry I love you, but the first memory I have of you is the Vizzycast in a princess dress.
You wore a princess dress. Oh God. Is that still on the internet? Do you know what we're all going to do as soon as you say
I also
goodbye?
think I don't have a beard as well, if I remember rightly.
No,
shall I find
that
it?
wasn't. No,
Shall I find
had
it,
a
chap?
beard for longer than that.
Shall I find it? Shall I find it now?
Okay, go on then.
Shall that be a thing we do right now?
I'm just going to move my wire chair because I keep knocking it.
I'm going to mute you. Go for it. Busy.
Xenarum 40k medic officially adopted me.
There we go. Alan's got he's an adopted child, okay? Right, we're going to screen share right now. So a lot of you don't know this. Some of you know this. My YouTube journey started on this channel. So a very, very good friend of mine, I actually need to see him soon. I haven't seen him for ages. But a very, very good friend of mine called John Stewart launched this channel in 7th edition called Vizzycast. He's local to me-ish here, sort of 20 minutes, half an hour away. and he put when I moved back to Southampton after leaving the army, he put a notification in the local Facebook group for the local gaming club saying, hey, anyone want to come and stream games who plays 40k, who's got a painted army? I was like, I've got a painted army, I'm up for it, sounds like a laugh, I need to meet new people. I had like Brom down here basically that I knew. So I went and found John and got involved with this channel, which was VisiCast. John's profession by day, he was a professional videographer. So he had all the gear, and I was like, cool, let's do this. He's kind of the reason why I started doing YouTube, because I did it with John to start with. I was like, I fancy a bite at this as well. So you can basically thank John for the reason as to why I'm doing 40k on YouTube. Now, we originally did games of 40k together, and we, similar to what we're doing now, right? It was taking the piss out of ourselves, not taking ourselves too seriously, making stupid stuff. So we did, for example, the worst 40k player part 2, worst 40k player part 3 is a series that we did, which was taking the piss out of awful. I'm going to get copyright strike for this, but fuck it, it's totally worth it. We made this video as well, which I was very proud of, right? Although, warning chat, you're going to see no beard Liam, right? That's the thing.
Race night! So cheesy, you can base it with crackers. Actual cracker basing, because it is literally cheese. Race night, because you secretly always wanted to give your friend the D. Have the time of your life annihilating everything because you have no friends. Harvest the tears of your victims. Bathe in the sorrow. Drink their tears. Drink their tears. Drink their tears. Claim it's fluffy because Phil Kelly wrote your codex and he never does anything wrong.
So this is actually a fluffy army. I mean, I've been playing.
I won't bore you with it, you can go and find it, but that's what we did. That was our cheesy Wraith Knight video, because Wraith Knights back in 7th edition were absolutely busted. Now, I know, honestly, I know. Right, so, was it this one? It might be this one. Well, you're going to have to watch it now whilst I try and find where I was in a princess's outfit. No, not that one. It's a thing, we did it. I don't care. I'm comfortable. Here it is. You ready? You ready for this? What's John up to? John runs his own company now.
Mate.
No, I'm not doing it.
Put it on.
Not again.
Mate, I told you, I'm only promoting your channel if you wear this thing, right?
But you said I didn't have to wear it again.
We had an agreement. I liked it last time. So put it on. Okay, just put it on.
I miss this music as well.
Hey guys, it is John from the VisiCast. I'm joined by Liam. He is playing Eldar, the brand new codex, and I am playing my Raven Wing. Liam has a YouTube channel called Warhammer, possibly linked below.
You said you did.
But yeah, let's jump into the lists.
Okay, so today I get to show off.
That was it. That was... Oh, fuck yeah. That was it. There we go. That was basically how I started with VisiCast. We did loads of stupid shit like that as well. It was lots of fun. Yeah, so there we go. It's like porn acting, says Carl. How dare you? How dare you? Oh, so no change then. Yeah, absolutely. So no change from 7th to 10th. Fuck you lot, all right? Okay.
Oh, we should get John round.
They're about to see they're about to see the bit where I'm in a natural dress. But you've seen it. They haven't seen it yet. It's on delay, isn't it? Oh, okay, it's a bit more delayed here then. There you go. Mother of God, wow. You look smashing, says Mark L. There we go, that's what we did. That was VisiCast. I wish John had kept going. One of the first Battle Royale patches I found that got me back into the hobby, aside from reading books. I wish he'd kept going. We had so much fun. We did what we do now in 10th with Joe. We just dicked around and played 40k. It was loads of fun. I really loved it. When 7th stopped and 8th started, he tried to continue playing 40k, hated it, absolutely hated it. So he stopped doing YouTube. He didn't like 40k anymore. He didn't like the game. So he's one of those who preferred the before times, 100% preferred the before times, which is a shame. I've been trying to get John back into the game since, because I love John to bits and I'd love to get him back into doing content and collaborating with him, but I don't think he's ever going to... He runs his own business now. I don't think he's ever going to be one of those persons who runs the channel again, but making content with him would be a lot of fun. So, there we go. Right. There you go. You got an extra bonus there, right? Saw John the other day. He said he was getting back in. Yeah, I've spoken to him recently. Quip. He's asked me to basically teach him the addition, which I'm happy to do, because I'd have so much fun getting John back in. If I can get me, John, and Joe, oh my god, that would be carnage. That'd be carnage. Anyway, that's it, right? That's it, you beautiful people. Would he play Heresy? Probably. Would he be interested in coming back for Heresy, knowing it's 7th base? Possibly. There's no change. The no change was referring to the Wraith Knights and Sister Marcy. Oh, okay. I thought it was about me in the dress. Okay. So like watching Winter's older battle reports, then I watch SN and Tabletop Tactics mainly. Says TA Matt Dealer. We should watch us. That's old battle report style of YouTube. So yeah, not cringe. You're heroes. You're all amazing. Not your lack of beard. I know. I don't. I now can't look at myself without a beard. Really? It looks weird. I don't like. I have thought about trimming it right down loads just because of my motorcycle helmet, but I think I look weird. If I'm honest, to be honest with you.
Thanks for what you do for veterans. 21 years in the US Army and this hobby has kept me sane.
David, thank you so much for the dono, man. You're a hero. Thank you for the 10. Don't forget, we'll donate some of this to charity. You're amazing. You're all amazing. You're all heroes. And Alan says, we still didn't get Lehman Russ. John did awesome 7th edition bat reps. He did, David. He was incredible. I love John. John's one of my favourite. Actually, him and I have tried to call each other a few times recently and not managed. We need to get together, but it would be cool if we could get him on stream at some point in the future if he decides he wants to learn 10th edition as well. Quip says, by the way, miss your face. We also need to get together at some point, Quip, as well. So, you know, the beard is iconic. But I could trim it down to like there so it fits in the helmet. The problem is, have you seen my helmet minge? The minge that sticks at the bottom of my helmet. What else would you call it? With the helmet on, it's just that it's at the bottom. That's a lot, though. I'll show you. What are you gonna read? That doesn't sound like much of a compliment, Liz. There. That's where I'd have to trim it. That's my chin. That's like, no, that's too much. It's like 2 inches. Morlock is good then, 40k in 40 minutes, but not always has to be cheesy or needs to be over production. It's about banter as much as play. 100% agree with you. Absolutely. Lehman Russ says, I'll be a Thane on Tuesday. Mate, you don't have to do that. If you're waiting for pay, you probably should be a Thane. But I appreciate it. If you do, you're a legend. You come to us in the Only Things WhatsApp chat. Do you kids freak out if you shave it? They have done in the past, yes. Need to clean that helmet. Why? Helmet's fine. Helmet's fine. Oh, or is it? Okay, I think it's a joke. I think he's trying to be funny. Right, now. Anyway, we need to go. We're now 23 minutes overdue because you people have been so amazing. Thank you so much for all the gifts, by the way. It's very humbling. I know we've joked about beating Eddie. It's an insane amount of generosity. It's also an insane amount of generosity for people trying to capture Lehman as well with a gifted membership. Thank you so much. You people are incredible. I love you lots and lots and lots. The channel wouldn't be here without you people. We wouldn't be searching for a studio space to try and bring you guys even more content. And the intent when we get the studio space is not to just bring you more content, but bring you more members exclusive content as well in the future. That is something that we want to do. So bear with us, because I know that Skull tier members are probably going, well, what do we get? Because we just get Discord access, so that's about it. I'm aware, but we want to put as much out as we can right now for the channel to grow. And then if we get hold of the studio, we intend to bring more members only, members exclusive content for you beautiful people. Anyway, I think we now need to go. I need to have a shower and go to bed because I'm very tired. We don't have an alarm tomorrow, which is very exciting because this morning was a 6 o'clock alarm for the bins. Not to root through them, by the way, just to put them out, just so you know, right? Anything you want to say, Luce, before we go? Well, Starpilot says, we love you too. That's a lovely way to end, isn't it? Thank you so much. Beard goes, we all go. That's a threat. It's never gonna go. It can't go, because if I get rid of it all, I literally look like Beaker from the Muppets. You do it? You gonna do it? Hey, oh, you are on mute. You've been on mute for a while, actually.
Me, 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 me.
You were on mute for ages, sorry, because you had to sort your cable out.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. We're going anyway.
We are going. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Side by side, and if the gods will